or something.
Yeah, last week you rocked up and you were just coming up to the train at the station. You'd passed the little train conductor and he's like, "Your buddies are over there." And then you rocked up and you saw just standing outside the train Juan Bree Caldecas, just chilling, having a smoke.
Down to there.
Yeah, grenade, death die. And then as soon as you saw Bree Caldecas, I was like, "I need to take a break." Went and rubbed one out and never came back.
Wow. It would take me a lot longer than 30 minutes, thank you.
Yeah, it took you a week.
Listen, I knocked out at least 10 since then. Boy. Well, fuck. I was gonna do a thing, but not anymore.
Rub one out.
I can wait, thank you.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I just do it while I'm talking to you guys, it's fine.
Okay. Hey man, as long as we can't hear anything, it's like we're not hearing anything.
Holy fuck, I'm just looking at the thing you linked. Pool table in the exam room?
Hey, what?
Yeah.
This is, what your mum worked for this guy.
Yes, sir. She was an informant for him, and the shit she informed on didn't even fucking fake. He got pulled in for, like I said, trying to sell to an undercover agent. No.
What a cool guy. So yeah, your Bree Caldecas' train hole.
Did you say her train hole?
Wow.
That's so not right.
So,
I feel kind of bad for her.
He's gonna run. No, it's not gonna.
Not too late.
Inappropriate.
so from what I remember, she wasn't really part of them, was she? But she's just kind of been a hired body.
From
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a way? I can't really remember. How have we been getting on with her recently?
I mean, Sox tried to bang her at least twice to no success.
Yeah, just tough nut to crack.
Third time's the charm?
No, I think I'm gonna avoid that. She kicked me in the face last time.
I mean, you could be into that. I'm not going to judge.
I mean, we're like, she basically said, don't mess with her and her charge, and she won't mess with us, is basically our relationship at the moment.
So you just want to, like, whip out the knockgun and fill her up with lead?
I'm gonna check out her train hole. No, I mean, she got him to where he's going, right? Like, as far as we know, that this is their final destination, so she shouldn't have any reason to.
I don't know. The fact that she's outside the door probably means she's posted to make sure nobody fucks with them. I get the feeling we're not going to get past her without a fight somehow.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we could just be really shady and pull a fast one and then just fill her with lead immediately after talking. If she insists on not helping us out.
So as you guys approach this lady from behind, Bree Caldecas, you hear a sudden commotion, some talking, and a voice of someone stepping down out of the train, the same area where Bree Caldecas is standing. And you see Malia, the train conductor, step down off the carriage and turn to talk to Bree. And for a brief second, your eyes lock with hers, and you see in her face just the briefest moment of surprise. However, without skipping a beat, she says, Bree, yes, no, Luke was just asking for you. He's inside. Quick, step inside just a moment. He was just down in his room. And then Bree stubs out her smoke on the side of the train and, alright. And heads inside the train. Malia gestures like at you erratically, like fucking get away, with her hand. She doesn't say anything, obviously, but she gestures a get away the fuck away from here, and then pulls the thing to illustrate the get the fuck out.
Right. So by get the fuck away, she obviously meant that we get the fuck away into the train hole, correct?
Into the train hole.
Into Bree's train hole.
From what I remember, can you share the wee picture of last time with the tracks and the wee little hut?
Yes.
In the little wee train hole.
Wow.
Oh, dear.
Also, I'd like to point out that I'm still disguised.
As what?
I believe I was just... Yes. I'm pretty sure I was just like a generic... Well, you said it was Eldrin and Chrysanthemums or whatever. All of the Eldrin are super rare here, apparently, so I'd stand out even... I was just like a generic townsperson.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna head into the wee little train building. Or are we? Or how far away are we?
So, I mean, you're about 20 feet, 30 feet back from the carriage step that Bree was just standing on and stepped inside. About 10 feet behind you is another carriage step to the last carriage here. So, the train has stopped and its engine, like coal cart, first class suite, first class rooms. That's all of the carts that's on it. Or was there another one? Hang on, let me just check. No, it was just those ones, wasn't it? First class suite, first class lounge, locomotive, and fuel car. Yep.
I don't know. Should we maybe have like somebody be all sneaky and go in first? Because, like, I don't know. I don't think the general can do sneaky, so might as well at least get one of us in.
Sure. I guess I will volunteer for that. Although, Charbro, you're pretty sneaky too, right?
Sneaky like a brick.
Ah, cool. Definitely.
A plus 12.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm still the sneakiest one here.
I've got like a. No, I've actually got a +5, which.
I'm at plus 19.
What the hell? I'll try and sneak as well. As much as it goes against my preferred way of doing it.
So you guys are wanting to go in where she went on, or you wanting to go in the cart back?
Well, I thought we were going to go into the wee little building thing, or...
Oh, right, shit, fuck, okay, alright, that changes things.
Well, then again, it does sounds like from what Malia said, Luke's still on the train.
It certainly does, doesn't it?
So, I don't know, maybe we should go where the people are, but...
I mean, I'm good with whichever direction you guys want to go. So on the map here, where is Bree? Like in one of those houses there, or the other
No, she's back on the train.
train? Okay. And that's where Malia was telling us to get the fuck away from, right?
Yes.
Does Malia knew that you guys were RHC, didn't she?
Yeah, this is like an open secret apparently. Everyone knew we were except us.
This is a big train. It takes up 2 sets of...
Oh fuck! Just because I'm trying to get the length of the carts, so just consider that it's the closest track only that the train is. So everything north of that line isn't train. That makes sense?
Yeah. Are there windows?
Yeah.
And to the cart area she went.
Yes, but they're quite high up, and they are, like not curtains, but the nettings that don't allow you to see in because the outside of the train is lighter than the inside. There's one room that you passed by that you'd see the light on inside, but it's just a bathroom, and it's got a blurry glass instead of a fully see-throughable glass.
Oh well, I guess.
The general's small.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I can sort of. Yeah, we must be able to try and. There must be like we should be able to sneak on the train somewhere.
Hey guys.
Oh, yep.
What if we just cause a distraction?
I have 20 vials of alchemist.
Remember the conductor, when you guys had arrived, had said, "Oh, I thought you guys were waiting in the building," when he thought that you were the people waiting to prepare or to receive Luke Gia.
Oh, yeah.
So, wait. Hey, can we just set fire to this car?
Where's my...
Like,
Straight up wanted to kill.
I mean, we just... Why not? Just put it at each entrance. We have a lot of
It
fire.
is our only lead to find...
The Illuminati, the Obscurati.
Yeah, maybe we should check out the building first, because I mean we know that there are people already in the city that we're going to meet them, so let's check out the building for a start. And there should be less people there that'll recognize us.
Yeah, sure. Alright, I mean, like I said, they shouldn't be able to recognize me at the moment. Or, as far as I know.
Are
So-
we all sporting rings, by the way? I think we
You guys
decided
talked
we
about
had.
that. You are doing the ring.
So yeah, maybe we go and maybe we go see, maybe we can talk with some other fellow obscurati, and yeah, see how things.
So, which building were you thinking of entering then?
The building.
I think there's...
The train depot. He's getting
Oh,
the building
okay.
by the train. Don't worry, Dave. I'm there with you.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm just... I missed, like, basically everything for the last half, and... I'm still trying to figure out where everything is.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess let's go check out the building then. Are we just gonna ignore Amalia then?
Well, we could go and leave and go back to the RHC and report to Douth that we got to the final location, but Malia waved us off, so we thought we'd better go home. But I don't know how well that would go.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it. I don't mind wrapping up the campaign.
Why was Molly waving us off?
Probably because she knows we'll fuck everything up.
Well, I mean, wait, who is she? I mean, like, I know she's a kind of a what capacity does her relationship with? Like, she just fed us like information a couple times, right?
Yeah, she
I'm
knows.
trying to remember. She was sort of working a bit with Dimitri. Didn't we find out there was like some shit on her or something? And I can't remember now, but I I got the feeling that we found out there was some sort of dirt on her and she was like, oh, I'm going to be a better person. Or did I imagine all that?
I don't remember much dirt on her. Like she was, she had the shooting the wild things thing go terribly wrong, but it wasn't really her fault. I'd say it was the fault of the people that unleashed the giant hell beast.
Yeah, whoever they were.
Those raiders, man.
Yeah, oh shit, that's right, it was the raiders. She had told them to come onto the train.
Yeah.
That's it. But that wasn't, to do with you guys or to do with, as far as you know, the Obscurati. It was more just, come rob these rich people. I'll make it a thing you can do.
Right. So I'm wondering why we would even bother listening to her at all.
You want to just kill her then?
I mean, don't need to kill her. Just don't need to listen to her.
Is she still out here?
You've got a lot of deliberation. If you guys are going to spend much longer, things are going to happen already, because effectively you guys are sitting outside a train. Bree's only going to go inside and be distracted for so long.
Alright, fuck it, let's go to the depot.
Oh, okay.
Zoom, zoom.
Okay.
Sounds like this we damn want.
No, not yet. Just gotta put people on the train where they should be. Put you guys on the train. Or next to the train, I should say. Oh my god, so many things to move. So I'm going to say that you guys on that map are there. You can come around to the front entrance if you so wish. Or you can come around to that entrance. But you're approaching the train from that way. And that's where you saw Marley and that's where you saw Bree. And that's this part is where Bree went onto the train. So which way are you wanting to head?
Can we go, like, say, there into there? Just, I'm thinking that'd get us out of the sight of the train the quickest, wouldn't it?
Sure
Alright, it's a 5 foot. I see it's a plus 5 foot, though, which isn't too bad.
No, I mean, it's a 5 foot drop. Like, you can hop down. It's fine. You would have hopped up. I'd say there'd be space.
Not 5 square.
Yeah, 5 foot, not 5 squares. Yeah.
Is there windows to this building?
Around the back, there is no window.
Can I do what's it called? Can I use my inexorable pursuit, which gives me phasing?
Yes.
To just like the wall to see what's on the other side?
Yes. Is that what you're going to do right now?
Sure.
Okay. Can you put yourself where on the wall you're going to stick your head through? Okay. So, as you summon all the anger of your god, your vengeance, you feel yourself imbued with your powers that normally would be directed at a person, and yours to wield against a wall. You stick yourself through the wall, your face and the front part of your head. You have to go through quite a bit, so from the outside you're sort of almost entirely within the wall, but from the inside only your face and maybe a bit of your shoulders or something is showing. But the first thing you notice is someone who you recognize, and someone who, on the table next to where you stuck your head through, is just sat, blinking in a shocked, amazed, surprised look as she sees your disembodied head phase through the wall towards her. You see the Minister of Outsiders, Laia Gier, Luke's sister, and the Minister...
Oh, she's the fucking puzzle lady, isn't she?
Yeah, she's the niece of Danor's sovereign, and the sister of Luke Gier. More importantly, you see
Holy
this
shit,
room...
I didn't realise...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I did not know she was her... Wait. I'm thinking way back on Access Island, the one that gave us the stupid puzzle. Was this not her?
Yes, this was her.
And she's Luke's sister.
Gia.
That makes a lot of sense.
You see a number of guards in this room.
Like,
Oh, sorry, that one there. From what you can see a number of guards also in the room. And she lets out a cry of alarm. You see beyond. You're able to take all this in, a fraction of a second, sort of get a good sight of what's going on there. You see the tables where they're sitting and the tables beyond are stacked up with boxes from the train, trunks, luggage, various bits and pieces. But at the table she's sitting at is a blue lantern, very similar to the lantern that you guys smashed when you were taken into the Shadow Realm when you were first arriving at the city previous to Vendry, when you were still on the train.
Son of a bitch. I think.
well then.
So, as she lets out a cry of alarm, the guards quickly grab their weapons, pointing them at you. Do you withdraw before they're able to fire? Or do you just come through whole hog?
What's my bullshit at? There is no deception.
There's bluff, I think, if you're wanting deception.
Bad. Can I, grab this lantern, then withdraw?
You're phasing. You won't be able to grab the lantern without stopping phasing, which means you'd have to step through, grab it, and be in there.
So I'll just turn around and stick my face out the other side where the guys are, and inform.
Just pretend you're a ghost.
Okay.
Boy. This is gonna be pretty interesting.
Sorry, so what's the plan, Jarbo?
I'll spread my arms wide and it's great to see you. I think I figured out how to do that puzzle.
So you're walking through the wall. You're now on the inside, finishing off the walk. Sweet. Okay.
Oh god!
So as you sort of almost surrendering, right? Like holding your arms out, no weapons, nothing, just stepping in, greeting Laia. She tells one of the guards to seize him. You.
You got a ring on though, don't you?
I do. That's why I put my arms out nice and wide.
She gets the guards to grab you. Do you allow them to?
Sure.
All right. As they do, the one on the arm that's with the ring says, "Ma'am," and holds your arm out towards her, showing her the ring on your finger.
Wow.
And she looks at you and she's sort of squinting. Where did you get that from?
Who did we murder for this one?
Depends which one you put on.
Yeah, which one did you put on?
A man who is very passionate about... Get it.
Ah, Caius Bergeron. Or Oberon? No, wait, no, that's Game of Thrones.
So you're going to pretend to be Caius Bergeron's position in the Obscurata and hope that...
Yeah, why not?
Okay, doke. So,
I have someone in my head who knows a lot about Gidim.
and about Caius, who worked with him.
And about Caius, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, never mind. No, carry on. I'll talk in it.
Okay. So she looks at it. She asks to pull the ring off, and you obviously would let her, and she reads the inscription on the inside. And she says, "So, what does this denote, then? What cell?
Yeah.
What rank?"
Miss Lyra, you know we're not supposed to divulge that information to anybody, including other cell.
She nods. Right. Of course.
If I just walked up to somebody in the street and saw they had a ring, would that not be a terrible position to be putting them in?
She nods. Of course. It's just... Well... Nicodemus will have...
I know. I'm not one for protocol either, but... Well, I don't want to get in too much trouble in my time.
Of course. I don't mean to doubt you, and when you speak with Nicodemus, he will, of course, confirm your story. He is the mediator between ourselves, so I'll leave that up to him. Of course, I'm not sure whom he inhabited last time you met. After that messy business with the mayor. Not sure he ever returned back to the older body.
Well, we all know that the mayor was disposed.
Yes, of course. Rather messy way Nicodemus did it. I can't imagine even if it weren't my own body. It's a lot of pain to put oneself through to, murder yourself, I suppose.
Oh, I should show you a Gidim Hellbeast sometime. Now that is something to have inside your body and rupture for.
She laughed, of course. Well, anyway, Luke should be here in a moment. You made quite an entrance, I must say. You didn't see him or his entourage on the way through? You didn't come in on the train, did you? I trust?
Coming both on the same train? No, of course not. Look at me, I'm soaking wet.
She laughed. Of course. I trust it wasn't too terrible a journey. And just to, as this is all going on, you guys, all you know is Trabo's gone in through a wall. There's no window you can hear or see through. And you hear a bit of a ruckus as Bree is getting down off the train again, pulling or helping Luke down behind her. And you hear him complaining, I swear, I would have heard of her if she was alright. She would have sent a message. I'm quite concerned, and once all this business is dealt with, I will have to get in contact with Atavia. Surely she would have let us know what was going on. And Bree says, none of our scrying has turned up anything about the party, as well as anything about Atavia. I'm sure we will reach the bottom of it, but now we have more important things. What do you three do?
Is it? I take it Orzos can't make it.
Yeah, you can't make it tonight.
Yeah. So I was sort of thinking. Fuck it. I'm thinking. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking. What the hell? Subtlety or all that sort of shit. It's not really General Periwinkle's playbook, I think. So I don't know what Ryla's going to do. Or maybe a good idea for them to slip away or something. But yeah, what the hell. On hearing this, I might go and say, we can, yeah, I might go and say, what the hell, yeah, I'll make a big distraction. I'll just say, yeah. She's, as far as I know, she's fine at the moment. She's entertaining a rather lovely lady down in the what was that place fucking called?
What, the Pharisees?
The Isle of Odium.
Yeah, at the Isle of Odium. She told me to send her regards.
So you make your presence known with a, yeah, no, she's fine.
Yeah.
And Ryla, what are you doing? Are you staying obviously here as well?
Is this a window or an entrance over there?
It's a door.
I might actually try and play my class and try and sneak to that door and get in that way.
Okay. As you make your presence known, General Periwinkle, Riley, where are you wanting to sneak? Like down around the front? Or
yeah.
Up? Okay. So General Periwinkle, as you call out, you hear two people around the corner behind Bree. Who's that? Hey, how did... And, oh, no, not there. 3 and 18. So, two guards sort of pop their head around and... What's going on? As Bree looks over and says, what the bloody hell is going on?
What do you mean, what's going on? I paid for a full-class ticket. I expect a full-class journey. Where's... Somebody bring me a brand.
And she sort of approaches. She whips her gun out at this point and tells Gia to step back onto the train. Who the bloody hell let you down into this depot? This is supposed to be a private station. And Ryla, as you're cutting around the front, you see the rest of everything.
I'm going to probably be flashing a ring at this point. I guess I have a ring on my favour as well. And so, yeah, it's private. I assumed it would be private.
How many? And Luke sort of looks out and says, Bree, hold on. They've got... And he looks and he says, you? Members? So why all the... But on the journey... Surely not.
You see, that's what separates a great general from a mediocre one. You've got to keep both your friends and your allies guessing every single moment.
Your friends and your allies.
Shit. Keep your enemies in the dark and your allies in the darker. He sort of looks out and Bree says, how do we know it's not all a put on? How can we be sure? And she turns to Luke. These rings, they say, what? Tell you that they're members of your secret club? And he sort of looks and shrugs, I suppose so. She says, so how would you confirm that they're not just gold rings? Someone that knows your secret gold ring entrance code. And he's like, well, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, Laia will know. She's more up to scratch. Look, I'm just bringing the lantern. Bree looks to you both. I don't trust this. I don't trust you. Where's the others? Where's Ryla? Where's Trubber? Or actually, no, she would not know he's Ryla and Trubber. She'd say, where is
Quinn?
Quinn
yeah.
and What was your one? Zambro.
Embryo.
That's it. Where's Quinn and Zambrio? Where are they?
Is she speaking loudly?
Yeah, loud enough that you would hear from behind, and the guards sort of down the doors are like, what's going on down there? Trabro, you can't hear inside.
Sorry.
That's right. Where do you want to move?
I'll move back up there when she says that, then kind of pop up from behind Periwinkle.
Alright, pop up.
Pop up from behind a gnome.
Yep. Well, I'm just around the corner. I'll be like, "Oh, Bree, I knew you couldn't resist not seeing me."
And she just visibly sighs. Fuck.
Fantastic.
And Luke is sort of stepping down at this point. Looks visibly relieved, like, I worried for a... Wait. And then Bree sort of clicks at the same time as him, and she says, "So where's Octavia?" She would...
Like I said,
she should be
she's,
here, right?
She chose to entertain guests down in the Isle of Odium. Quite a lovely lady down there. She gave us a free ride to here after we missed the train.
And Luke, you see his face visibly harden, and he just frowns and he says, "You left her on the Isle? You left her down there?" And he turns to Bree and he just says, "Deal with them." And with that, he breaks for a run, gets 2 strides before you guys are able to react as he bolts around to the corner. Inside Trabro, or not inside Trabro, but inside, Trabro.
I mean, it can be inside me, that's fine.
Lyra is sort of talking with a group of other people that are gathered that don't appear to be guards, and they're not shown on this mini-map. There's someone that she introduced to you as Lester Guillory. She introduces him as a Denoran astronomer. She introduces Dustin Huff. No. He's a Rysuri engineer, and then Dustin Huff is the Denoran astronomer. And a pair of twin sisters, Emily and Anna Davis. And she introduces them as political liaisons to the government of Cresselia. She sort of looks at you and she says, they help with finances. And they sort of give you a knowing nod.
Well, in that case, I must bring up my next expedition with you at some stage.
They'll sort of, well, we'll look at the books, but we shall see. And then all of a
but
sudden,
my research has come up with valuable weapons. I should demonstrate to you sometime.
We have heard great things coming out of Flint at the moment. There was quite a bit of research around some of the realms, I should say. Some contact had been made. Is that you?
I was in contact.
And they sort of, interesting. Talking of which, here's the man now. And you see a man who looks completely unfamiliar. But as he approaches and introduces himself, as someone that you do know, that you have met before. Nicodemus. And he says, do pardon myself, I am, of course, wearing a different, he sort of smirks, outfit than last time. However, I'm still getting used to this. I'm not feeling my usual self, but if you're all ready, Luke is due to arrive any moment, so we're about ready to head to the real party. And he produces a small cloth bag, and from out of it he pulls a number of amulets and begins to pass them around to the gathered sort of Lyre, the various dignitaries from the different nations, and puts one on himself. And he says, and of course, one for Luke and one for his partner travelling with him, Miss Octavia, who I understand is to be joining us as well. You all ready? I'm hoping. The others all nod and yes, of course, we're ready to get going. Looks to you for confirmation, and before you can answer, You may be able to nod if you're wanting to agree. But before you can answer, you hear a shout of alarm coming from outside. And then you hear a gunshot as Bree Caldicus opens fire at Ryla, indicating Ryla and Periwinkle a roll of initiative and the start of combat on the outside.
I thought I was doing surprisingly well for a moment.
I think maybe telling them that Octavia was not with us probably didn't help. But you were doing
Hey,
fucking
she
great.
was nice enough to us.
Was she? I think she tried to kill us.
A couple of times.
No. The lady
Yeah.
she's entertaining.
It was
yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't seem that bad of a place, really.
yeah. No, I mean, she seemed quite a pleasant person.
You're not part of the clergy that's kept her bound for millennia. So of course she was nice to you.
Oh fuck.
So, Ryla, get your +6 on. Is Orzov going to be taking part?
No. I'm going to say he's not, and I've removed some combatants to balance it out.
Rightio. So, yeah, take your +6. I'll take my -4.
Thanks, bud. I really fucking hope some of these guys are minions. That would be. Oh fuck. Oh, this is less than word that I'm looking for.
Ideal.
Thank you. Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Less than ATBK. I hope.
Nah, you did fine, Mr. Periwinkle. Looks like Luke definitely had a soft spot for Octavia too.
I think you had a hard spot, really.
Yeah, that was probably something that didn't really expect. Dang, he didn't even bother to stop and listen. He just went straight to murder them. It's kind of cool.
Alrighty. I suppose it's my turn, isn't it? Rightio. Darn it, I don't have my tribe rotor well, so I can do a direct the strike, I think, against you, which will let you do a basic attack.
All right.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I actually put it on your turn, eh?
Yep, basic attack, free action against an enemy of your choice. So, yep. Get your shooting on, and I think that's gonna be about it.
All right. Okay, this is gonna be bad.
Oh, can I do a minor action as well? I'll also do adaptive stratagem. So, till the end of your next turn, you're going to get +6 to damage. And what's my charisma? +4 to your saving throw.
Oh, thanks.
Let me chuck that on you.
Boy.
Righty dokie. Man, I should be using that ability more. That's actually pretty good. Oh, and it must be like an invisible person.
Alrighty. So at the end of your turn, Luke, his lantern that he's holding, is glowing bright blue. The light he is emitting from it, it's very bright, and also not shining any light at all. It's looking at it looks like you're looking at a very bright blue flame, but the area around does not look any brighter to anyone. Riley, your turn. That's what you notice. He's running away.
Fuck. Okay. Ooh. I almost feel like running away would probably be a good option. I fucking Bree's probably gonna be a pain in the ass to. Oh well, whatever.
Ooh, no.
What?
I mean, it's Ebola, right?
Well,
Can I
yeah.
just do
So-
non-lethal?
No damage goes to him as Bree throws herself in the way, which the attack which did not also hit Bree hits her instead. So she takes the damage and she takes the effects. So I'll drag that onto Bree.
13? Jesus, he must be a fucking weakling.
So Bree
Okay.
leaps heroically in the way of your attack and gets caught by the bowler, falling to the ground. Hopefully buying Luke enough time to get out of the way.
Well, hopefully not.
So I just need to know where 10 squares
Cool.
is.
Action point. What do I give you on that? Where is it? That okay. Are you making an attack?
I will be, yes.
That attack gains a bonus equal to 1/2 your level plus your intelligence modifier. Holy fuck.
Wait, my intelligence modifier or yours?
His.
Mine.
Um.
Ah.
Oh boy.
And if you miss, you get some other goodies too.
All right. So Spite, you said an interesting thing here. You said if it doesn't also target Bree.
Yes.
I have a question about the man with two guns is God.
Two
So-
separate attacks, one attack act. So the attack that shoots him, she can also cause to shoot him. Basically, her whole shtick is that as long as she's like it's not an AOE or a spray or a burst, she will just eat all of the attacks, defying all physics.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm like super useless, actually.
Oh, really?
Kill Bree. Problem
Yeah,
solved.
bring her down. There's no more bodyguard.
Actually, shit. I attacked, but I still have my move action, correct?
Mhm.
And she's prone, correct?
Mhm.
How does this work? Hold on. How does close blast work? Is that from my position?
Yes, but it's like so a blast 3 is like that.
Okay.
A burst 3 is the one you're thinking of, which is the emanating out of your position for 3 squares. That's a burst.
Well then, as a move action, what's my speed? Oh, perfect. As a move action, and since she's prone, she can't make opportunity attacks, correct?
Prone doesn't stop you from doing up attack.
Really? Oh, whatever, I'll take it. I'm going to use Ghost of the Rooftops and Long Jump without having to make a check for 6.
Okay.
Right here.
So she is going to do an attack. Ugh, and miss.
Oh,
But
wait.
you-
Fuck no. Wait. No, I haven't used I haven't used a thingy yet, have I? Cool. I am going to use as a reaction friendly fire. Hang on a second. Is it friendly fire? An enemy misses you or an ally you see with a melee or ranged attack. The target repeats the attack as a free action against a creature you choose within 2 squares of the original target. Which would be Luke.
He's 3 squares away.
Of the original target. When did she make the op attack against Bree?
Against Ryder?
When did Bree make the op? Yeah.
So she doesn't have the range to hit him with that.
She made a melee attack, did she? New target must be legal for the attack. Okay, that rains on my parade.
Sorry, buddy. It doesn't make your arms 3 squares long.
Oh.
This fight, I mean, you can decide how you want to rule this. If I were like there,
yeah,
conceivably, the 3 blasts should hit both of them. In the middle there, midway between her and Luke, like they'd be on the edges, but it would hit them.
So you're doing a blast, right?
Yes.
So you cannot be in the blast. That would be a bit.
Wait, what? Oh. Well, so it's from me.
Yes.
That.
A blast fills an area adjacent to you that is a specified number of squares on each side. For example, a Wizard Power Thunderwave is Blast 3, which means the power affects a 3x3 square adjacent to you. The blast must be adjacent to its origin square, which is a square in your space. The origin square is not affected by the blast, and the blast affects the target only if the target is in the blast area and there is a line of effect. So you couldn't do it there because you can't. That would be 4 squares. So they are 3 squares apart, which means you cannot hit both of them.
Does it have to be? It just has to be from an adjacent square from me, right?
Yes.
So if I were there,
you have to be in a square.
There, yeah.
You have to be in a square, and it does too. Otherwise, everything is 1 square larger than it actually is, because you could just do half squares.
Man, this is annoying.
Should be able to just get Luke. It does seems like not much is going to bring him down if this doesn't get transferred to.
Well, yeah, that's the issue, though. I do not want him to escape.
Well, that's why you should probably blast him, because wasn't blast damage not going to be like she can't? I thought she only took direct damage, didn't she?
Yeah, but I can't. Well, if it doesn't include her, she'll just take all of it.
Whenever an attack would hit her charge, if it did not also hit Bree, she may have it hit her instead. If the attack hit both of them, she cannot protect her charge.
So you need to take both of them.
Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, where is? Sorry, I have a thing.
Sorry?
Okay, when you say defying physics, if I had an ability that would grapple him, would I end up grappling him?
Yes.
Okay, that seems... Alright.
Basically, I mean, it sounds narratively strange, but they come as a pair mechanically.
Okay, I guess. Then, fuck, hopefully I can just... her. Fuck it, whatever.
Alright.
Oh, I should have I should have did damage first. I'm gonna use a hero point on that.
Alright. So just do the damage to Bree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're level 9, right? 7, so 1, 2, 3.
Oh, fuck, you're gonna destroy her.
I'm trying to see here. It's just 1 weapon damage, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck! I wish we were level 11.
Oof. So as you whip your gun up, one arm comes up, she whacks it down and it goes off and it hits her. Pulls the other gun up, whacks it down, goes off and hits her. Both times.
Alright. I'm going to drop the other damage on her. I took off the finesse because, it only works for 1 attack.
Oh, still so much. Plus 21.
Yeah, wait, what is the plus 21?
Oh,
right.
6 and plus 10 from.
But
That's
should
right.
that only be 1 attack, Dave? Because that's gone to 2 attacks now.
Let me check. I believe that the damage 6s until the next turn.
But the 10
Let's
is
check.
probably
That attack spends an action point to take an extra action, uses the action to make an attack. That
Yeah,
attack
so
going. Yep.
Take
So
10
recent.
of that
So
damage
yeah.
out.
So that one doesn't. And the adaptive stratagem. Till the end of your next turn, ally gains his or her choice for power bonus to damage rolls. Yeah, so the plus 6 stays for a turn.
No.
okay. I still have a minor action, right?
Yeah, if you haven't spent it. Didn't you use it to add your little damage bonus, your 3d10?
Nope, that's just a trait I have.
Oh, no.
Yep, it's really nice. Was the here? Oh, never mind. That's right. It doesn't do anything like that. But
Or did you designate them as your quarry?
no, I actually have not.
Okay, so
I should have. Still can, I guess. Nope. I'm gonna use Cloak Shades.
okay.
I'm not invisible, but I am concealed from all creatures that are near me currently, and anyone 5 squares away from me, I'm invisible.
Nice. So
So,
you're a blurry
okay.
bastard, right?
Yep.
Pick it up. Oh, forget to the guard. So inside, the guards will respond to the threat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These two are going to stay near Lyra. She is their charge. Luke is going to continue to attempt to run away. As he gets General Periwinkle. Now, do you get a op attack, or does that break your Cloak of Shades?
I don't think that breaks my Cloak of Shades. Let me check. Nope, it's just until the end of my next turn.
Sweet. So do you want to take an opportunity attack against
Yes.
Just roll it against him and then damage against Bree. And she will superimpose herself between the two of you.
Right, is it just a basic attack?
Yes. And melee.
Fuck me.
Okay, so actually, because it didn't hit him, she doesn't even move. She stays where she is. As he gets here, Junior Periwinkle, the light of the lantern suddenly disappears, as does him. As does Ryla, as does Bree, as do the two guards at the end of the platform. You are alone.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to just wander up to the building and say, what the hell's all this bloody fuss then?
The outside of the building is empty. So as we're going on, the musketeers are going to shoot at Ryla. Gonna fire one.
But he's gone, isn't he?
Not to them.
Oh,
Only
wait.
to you.
Oh, I'm the... Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
How tall is?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just wondering how tall is this building?
Probably like 30 feet. No, that's really fucking high, isn't it? Like 15 feet, 20 feet. It's just a single story building.
Okay. Is he? Well, I guess it's only minus for if I'm concealed.
Did you put the effect on yourself, concealed?
No, because I haven't changed it yet, but it puts concealment and invisibility on.
Ah, right. Okay, cool. So 26 will still hit your AC?
Yeah, 26 will still hit.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just -2 for concealed because he's only 3 feet.
Yeah.
This guy will move up. So they're variously moving around the building. Bree herself is going to use her move action to stand up, and then she's going to charge. Oh no, she can't. She's only 1 square away. Alright, what's she going to do? She fired a pistol, so that's spent because it's only a single shot. Damn, she's in a bad position right now.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll just look at her and say, Bree, I will kill you. Just stop.
She moves close to you, and she says, "We've talked about this, Riley. I would die. We would always die." And she moves right up to you. That she's going to spend her action to move towards you. No charge, nothing.
Alright.
Inside, the guard that's just below you, Trabro. Oh shit, Trabro, you're out of range too.
I'm in here with Nicodemus guy.
Yeah, but suddenly you're not. You and the guard are not anywhere there. In fact, the guard disappears, and you find yourself in an empty room. Feels almost like a gust of wind passes over you. Now, had anyone earlier in the game, had anyone experienced going into the Bleak Gate?
I think we did in that church. That rundown.
Hello?
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 Nope, that's me saying I
Periwinkle-
think I've been through it
Periwinkle
several
hasn't,
times.
but I think Trabro would have.
So you would recognize this as traveling out of the Bleak Gate. What would normally take a series of portals or, going through something, apparently whatever's just happened is some sort of temporary portal to the Bleak Gate, and its effects have just lapsed on you. However, you notice the amulet on your necklace, where you were before, rather than coming out of the Bleak Gate into the normal world, you feel like you've been cast alone into the Bleak Gate. You can see various shadows of people, one standing where Minister of Outsiders Lagier was standing, one standing where the bookpin guard was and where the other members of this group. See very faint shadows just ahead of you. This amulet appears to be tying your senses to the Bleak Gate just ever so slightly. However, whatever it was that has left or has pushed you out has removed your full connection to the Bleak Gate. Because it's quite hard to make clear, but it should be obvious to you guys at this point, and the way that this combat has undone or happened is going to make it very difficult to get this across clearly. The lantern is a portable portal to the Bleak Gate within 10 squares.
Son of a bitch.
So, is the... Never mind.
So what's happened is he's moved out of range of General Periwinkle. So General Periwinkle, you've been left back in the normal world. You can't see anyone that's within that Bleak Gate within the lantern. Trabro can just see them because he has the amulet tying him to the Bleak Gate, because he was given that by Nicodemus, who is in the Bleak Gate.
Right. So we were actually just in the Bleak Gate before without realizing.
Without realizing, because you came up alongside the train where Luke had turned on the lantern. it was imperceptible to you when it was activated here. You guys had a similar experience on the train. However, with the shimmering and the light going, everything there, that was your indicator that something had changed. But because there were no lanterns near you, you weren't near the lantern when it turned on suddenly, so all that happened was you guys arrived and were within the zone. So yeah, that's what's happened. So that's why, General Periwinkle, you see nothing, and Trabo, you just see the slightest bit, like your senses are trying to make sense of the bleak gate, because you've still got something slightly tying you to it. Which means you're not quite there and you're not quite here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Lagier is going to move across. I suppose you guys won't see that.
Wait, do we know what's going on else?
You know that there was a cry of alarm before, and that the guards are moving to see what's going on. Lagier, outside of all of, like, you sort of hear muffled speaking and you see her moving, but it's unclear what's going on unless you were to get closer on your turn. Could I have now, Trabro, you roll initiative, please? Okay, so as she moves, you now have the opportunity, to react and try to pull yourself back into this. Try and approach these weird blurry shapes.
So I have to sort of move it along with it.
So you move in, and then it all sort of, as if you've come from underwater back into being above water. She's clear, and you hear her shouting orders to the guards. Go and make sure Luke is okay. Protect him. Protect the lantern. It must be safe. And you see all of the other dignitaries looking around, panicked. What's going on, Lion? You said it would be safe. You said they could not touch us here in the Bleak Gate. And that's where you sort of confirm maybe your suspicions. And Zambria says, the Bleak Gate. How did we travel here so far? Did I fall asleep or you walked through a portal?
Not this time. Keep talking about the lantern, Zambria.
The lantern? The lantern? Right. Surely that magic's... Maybe the witch oil. Must be something to do with that. Try and recover.
You know me, Zam. I'd like to address the crowd.
Yeah. That I get. Who currently think you're one of them.
Exactly. Everyone, there's no cause to be alarmed. In fact, I shall perform a small demonstration for you all. If there is anybody here who is hostile, I shall deal with them in due course. I would, once the demonstration begins, you retreat to our prearranged venue. This could be somewhat messy, and I'd hate to soil your lovely garments.
Laya sort of turns to you and she raises an eyebrow. You? And how are you going to do this? You're not even truly here with it. Once that lantern goes out, you'll be thrust back.
Well, you see, I have learned something in my studies of Giddim. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to call the icebound demon.
Oh boy!
Okay. So what are you calling him with? Or like, what are you calling him for? And are you just going to fully let go, doing the daily big, he takes over you, and
he takes over.
You don't have any way to stop him. What do you call it?
We want to recover that lantern.
Right. Outside, Ryla, there's a sudden explosion of glass and seemingly snow that bursts out of the doorway just around the corner, and you see a bit of everything shatter over the guards, who recoil to the right as this whatever's going on inside spills out into the front, and you see... I'm just going to move out of proper combat here for a moment. As you see could only be described as a whirlwind of Trabro-esque chunks of ice storm out of the building and tear into the musketeers outside. Luke is thrown backwards, dropping the lantern, however it does not break, dropping the lantern, and Bree sort of dives past you in a blur of light, leaping in front of Luke Gier as a shard of ice spears from Trabro into Bree's chest. It is a large shard, and she quickly breathes out her last breath, and you see the light in her eyes go dark. She's done her duty. The musketeers all leap on this ice demon, attempting to break it down. And then you hear from the south, Laergier, or rather from still in that direction, Laergier calling out. This is the first you know that she's here. A false! A liar! A spy! He comes in here to attack! Mages! Mages, attack! And then you hear two bolts of energy shoot out from the south towards Trabro, or towards this ice demon. So we'll go back to combat now. Trabro, I'm going to give you the demon NPC sheet.
I've got it saved, I think.
Ah, sweet, cool, perfect. Let me know if it's and General Periwinkle, we come back to you. What do you do when the world goes quiet?
Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Guess I'll start wandering up the platform.
And as you move closer, you suddenly rejoined with the chaos and the gunfire and the shouting and screaming and explosions of pain and glass that was momentarily gone. As you see Ryler up ahead, you can rush up to join him.
Alright, can I see the Trabro from here?
60,
Yes,
40.
or you can see the ice.
Right. Oh, that's right. You said for me to use that Commander Strike. I've got to be right next to him, though, don't I? Yep. Okay. Oh shit! I can't use that either. How bad? They're not too bad.
I've turned into a tank, so I don't have a lot of damage, but I can mark everything.
Yep. Okay, I guess I'll just at this point do a... Do you have much in the way of melee options, Ryla?
The only melee item I have is a Garrett. I mean, I'll use it.
That's alright. I'll just use a direct the strike, which lets you do a basic attack. So then you can use ranged or whatever.
I probably will take an opportunity attack, but it's whatever. Wait, who do you direct who I attack?
No, you get to choose. As long... I think it's... let me double check that.
No, I think you choose the target.
It's got to be within 10 squares, and that's got to be, within line of sight. But other than that, yeah, you can...
Spite?
Yeah.
Would I be able to do non-lethal damage with a crossbow bolt?
To who?
Luke Gier.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Would I have to do a call shot if I want to shoot him in the leg?
No, that can just be your non-lethal shot if you like.
Okay, yep. Come on. That should hit, yep.
So as you shoot it into his leg, he lets out a scream of pain and he just shouts out, "Liar!" Down to the door and slumps unconscious in the pain. The musketeers are around, still fighting with the frost demon. Is that the end of your turn, General Periwing?
Yeah, it's not a lot I can do at this stage. Next turn I should be more.
So, Traro, just to keep up with the information, the frost demon, what is his will?
I did save it, but for some reason it won't open on my hotbar, so I have no idea.
What's the name of it again?
Edaloni something.
Adolini, devil-possessed Adolini. There we go. I'll share it again with you. Try and drag that to you, but I don't know why it unshared. So I can roll verse 21 will. Alright. You can choose as you feel something walking through your memories in your mind, your very busy mind, trying to plant a lie, doubt. You can choose to fight it off or listen to its deception. You can choose to become either dominated or become stunned until the end of the manipulator's next turn. Whilst you deal with this intrusion.
I'll be stunned.
Okay, you are stunned. I think the effect's going to come up. Yeah, just don't worry about the dominated, but it's just stunned. Just picked up both keywords. The other manipulator is going to do the same, but even if he hits, I'm sure you'll choose stunned again.
Yep.
Okay, so they're just basically trying to keep you controlled right now. As Ryla, becomes your turn.
I'm going to take the op attack and jump right here.
Okay, yep, he will give you an opportunity attack. So
Yep.
number 18. As you move up, he swipes at you with a short sword.
Holy shit.
It's alright, they're minions. Or like they've
Oh,
got
okay.
minion attack.
And so I recognize.
Ooh, two of them will
like-
get attack, sorry.
two of them?
Eight will, because he's adjacent to you as well.
Well, but I ended adjacent to him, not went
But
through him though.
It's not like 5th edition.
It's entering a threatened space, is it?
It's moving from a threatened space. Doesn't matter where you're going to, as long as you're moving from a threatened space.
Okay.
So number 8 will get an attack. Ow, yep.
How heavy is Luke Jerry?
I mean, he's a slight guy. He's not big. He's fairly small.
Okay, I'm going to pick him up with my arm around his neck and put my pistol to it.
Alrighty.
I'll say, "Alright, weapons down, or I will shoot him. I have no qualms about doing it."
With the frost demon currently placid, not doing much, the musketeers stop. And you see Laia. I'm going to move out of combat turns just for a second there as she responds, if that's okay with all you. I know, Trabro, you're stunned anyway. But she moves out the door and she says, Ryla, I recognize you through your facade. We've met before. You and I. You know the king. You know I know the king. It is unfortunate that it's you that is here, trying to stop us. Trying to uncover the truths which you're not ready to uncover. It's even more unfortunate that Luke there was unable to deal with you on his own. And as much as I'd like to be able to save him, I can't risk you knowing my role in all this and telling the king, jeopardizing the relationship between our nations. You know we are to be betrothed, and you know that it cannot happen if you live to tell of this. And she lifts up one hand and points it directly at Luke Gier. I'm going to give you a agility check, so acrobatics. DC 22. Sorry, no, not 22, 24. To pull him out of harm's way, only to put yourself in harm's way if you want to save his life, as she tries to blast him with a chunk of it.
Damn, that's cold.
God damn it, we need him alive. I'll just shout out to Periwinkle. Periwinkle, remember me as I was.
Wait!
What are you gonna say?
Warning! She's about to do something! I shout out a powerful warning. So you get a plus
You're
2
gonna say
power
Periwinkle.
bonus to all defenses against the attack.
Yay.
So, unfortunately, because it's going to hit you, that's the swap you're doing. Instead of that, I'm going to give you a -5 to the damage dealt to you from General Periwinkle's help. So it's not going to give you defenses because it is going to hit, but General Periwinkle, if you'd still like to spend the power, it will reduce the damage by 5.
Yep.
So as she sticks her hand out, you see a ball of fire sort of coalescing in amongst her fingers and thumb. But instead of shooting out towards you, it sort of coalesces into a pistol shape. A nice little fire gun in her hand. And she makes a shot with this fire revolver at you, Ryla. And it's going to hit you. And so let me just find the damage. Fuck, there's so many things on the combat check. It's ridiculous.
I really hate my job.
Where are you? Where are you? Can't see you on the combat checker. Oh, right at the top. Ah, shit. Fuck. Oh well. Shot the musketeer. Right, there we go. So she bloodies you
That
with a
was a
shot.
good dodge.
It was. So it blasts you, but you manage to pull Luke out of the way. And then she calls out to the musketeers, "Open fire!" As she turns her hand towards the lantern and attempts to shoot it. Rylo, do you have any actions left this turn?
I long jumped and I picked him up. Does that count as an action?
It'll be your action to hold him to, pistol to his head, pull him up.
Okay, well then I guess I'd only have a minor action. I don't think there's anything I can do.
Alright.
Yeah, I already used Cloak of Shades. Yep, nope.
How many action points do you have?
Only one. I thought.
Don't we get more action points at certain points throughout the sort of?
Because you guys had an extended rest, your action points are reset.
Yeah, but it looks like we've only got one at the moment. Are we supposed to have like multiple at this stage, or just?
No, so how it works in 4th edition is every 2 encounters you have a milestone, and that gives you another action point. Taking an extended rest removes all extra action points and resets you back to 1 action point.
Oh, right, okay. So if you rest, you lose your bonus action point.
So it's basically you get an extra action point if you push on through, which is your reward for pushing on through.
Gotcha.
If we survive this round, oh boy.
So you note that the guards down the bottom aren't coming around. Luxier remains unconscious. Man, I feel like it's some GM bullshit what's going to happen here, but I'm sorry. As the musketeers open fire on the lantern, they shoot it. And if any of them get a 20, they're going to... Is that a 20? I can't see that. Yeah.
It's a 13.
Yeah. So with a explosion of light and glass, the lantern is snuffed out. Ryla, you are thrust back to reality, as are you, General Periwinkle.
Oh, I got
Crabro,
yeah.
you remain completely in the Bleak Gate. The amulet has had full effect to keep you here. As Luke Gier falls to the ground in front of you,
Oh, Peggy was one of them.
no longer being held by Ryla, who is
Sorry,
no
I
longer in the
didn't
Bleak
realize.
Gate. The body of Bree Caldecus disappears from the Bleak Gate, remaining in the realm with Ryla. Everyone else is left in the Bleak Gate. So, Trabro,
Hey.
you have been taken into the Bleak Gate by way of the amulet. If you are to leave the Bleak Gate by way of the amulet, you can just simply take it off. However, Ryla and General Periwinkle, you two are left alone with the body of Bree Caldecus, and stepping off the train now behind you, a
He's hunting me down, man.
inquisitive and curious Verzubek Tintelevich, who looks out. So what's all the ruckus about? And he's just sort of throwing up his dice and catching it in his hands.
Oh, shit.
So it appears that him and Bree were in the real world the whole time. However, Luke, this whole journey, along with his lantern, has been in the Bleak Gate.
Fuck. Well, guess that's some shit.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break because this is totally off bookish, kind of, sort of, and I need to figure out where the fuck you are now. And
I
also,
take it we haven't exactly gone via the planned.
let me mute and. Okay, we're back. Woo!
Unmute the recording.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, cool. Where were we up to? You guys have just won the battle, defeated the evil empire, and hitting level 30. Whew.
What?
Good game, guys.
It was a pretty intense session.
Yeah, man, that break was something else.
To recap for the viewers watching at home,
Now let's just play it out as if doing it again for the first time. Can you guys pretend to be amazed once more? Alright, so Trabro, your devil, sorry. Could you please roll me a D20 and tell me what the result is? Oh, that's not good. So your devil is gonna require something in order to relinquish control once more. And he tells you as much inside your head. He stands over your newfound pretend ally, still in his full form, having a conversation with you. Everyone else seems,
Belle, what are you doing?
he's not doing anything. But you know that he's ready to
Hurry up.
drop the hammer, basically. Start going to town on these people. And he's asking you what you have to offer him in order for him to relinquish control once more.
you know, I never got your name. How am I supposed to address you?
Just call me Adelini. We discussed this.
That's right, yes. Sorry, I might have been elsewhere at the time. So, Adelini, you know there's like a dozen guys here that you want to murder, right?
I don't particularly want to, but
It'll be enjoyable.
nature. Of course. I take
I
great
mean, I
pleasure
would
in all.
enjoy it a lot too.
So what
But-
are we waiting for then?
Hear me out. If we follow these guys back to where all they all came from, you want to murder someone who's, I don't know, a dignitary of a country, throw it all into complete chaos. That's not.
That one. He points at liar. She is lying.
She's lying, you say.
She is the odd one out. She is the liar. Let me take
That's
her
her name,
now.
yes.
Let me kill her now.
No. I want to see you get married to the king.
You just hear a single
And then we kill
question
the,
mark. King.
and then we kill her and the king.
What? What? What?
Roll me. Fucking hell.
Holy shit! What?
Kind of removes the downsides of, demonic possession if you're like totally on board with the demons anyway. Holy shit, man.
Roll me diplomacy, please, Trevor. DC 10.
I have a +1 for being a half elf.
You have to do everything.
Nice. There's a pause. I will take the king. And then your full control of your body is given back to you. He seems less interested in her. More interested in the king.
Miss Lyra, your mages interrupt, by the way.
She looks to you. You were out of control. They had to stop you.
I may have been told the Hellbeast to recover the lantern. I wasn't very specific.
She nodded. You must return. Stop the remainder of your group. Those who know the king. Stop them
Oh,
from
yes.
passing on my secret. And she looks to the amulet that you're wearing. She says, "Are you ready?"
Send me back.
And she rips the amulet off your necklace, off your neck rather, and you are whipped
Off
back.
the necklace.
Yeah, whipped back to the real world, where you see Ryla dragging Luke Gier sort of back onto the footpath and laying him down. Oh no, sorry,
No,
Luke's
Luke's sort of...
Bree off the edge of the footpath. Luke's gone. He's in the other realm. Yeah. And
Should've
General
got the little
Periwinkle's there. Verzubek's sitting around. It's quite a strange series of events that's led you lot here. I'm sure it's a dashing tale to tell, but well, I'm out. Goodbye. And attempting to leave just as Bravo back into reality.
Fuck. Just fuck.
Who's back? Good to see you all.
as a big hell, as a fucking ice demon.
I think he's back to normal now, I hope.
Either way.
As as you guys are greeting your friend again, Malia sticks her head off the train, and she sort of looks out to you all and says, "You better be out of here. I mean, much as I'd like to help you more, I have to inform the guards what's happened here. I have to inform the town guard. And the people that you've fucked with, informing the town guard is as good as informing them. You should leave."
Oh, they already know who we are.
She says, "Yes, but do you really want to be taken into custody? You'll be vanished. All of you will be vanished."
Yeah. Guys, apparently we have to get off the train. Some of those who need to be quiet.
Trevor, did you get Luke? What's going on? Where'd you go?
Just hear me out here. If we say knock you unconscious, there's no reason for you to be then informing the guards, is...
She shakes her head. No, you misunderstand. I have informed the guard. I had no choice. You need to leave. And almost to punctuate the point, there is a series of whistles down at the main station, and you hear shouting and "That's right!" and you can see a hustle and bustle of activity of a large cadre of cadre, whatever the fuck that word is, of people moving towards this depot in the distance.
Just trying to remember now. Was the Unstoppable gonna rendezvous? If we can get to it? Or whatever the
Oh, the
fuck
boat.
that-
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, that's the Impossible. That's going to be in Vendry. So if you want to get to the docks, well, the train might be able to get you down there fast.
Should we first, have we got time to pop in and say g'day to, I guess, Mr. Fucking, what's his name again?
Nicodemus?
Smokey. Yeah.
Well, you don't know that he's still inside.
Yeah.
No one's gone into
I
leave.
would.
You've just been told to leave.
Yeah. Let's I think we've kind of done about as much as we can here, can't we? We've broken the lantern. We've found out that that the king's bride to be is a conspirator. Also, goddamn, that's what his sister and now his fiancée. Both conspirators with possibly different conspiracies. He's not having a lot of luck, is he?
Fuck, I can't help but feel like we're leaving here empty-handed. I mean, we don't exactly have proof. But, I mean, I guess they'll listen to us, hopefully.
There's another sound that breaks out over the march of troops down in the distance, and you hear a loud series of horns. And Malia says, "Oh God. Oh God. Quick, leave, they come for you." And Vizubek looks around and he says, That's a general city alert." And he looks at you sideways. "What the hell have you done?" And you see the gathering of troops down at the train station in Strabo. He does say it's time for us to leave. You see that they're flanked on either side by about 12, so 2 groups of 12 horse-mounted soldiers, town guard, galloping towards you at a hell of a clip.
Oh, fuck.
You know what it's time to do?
Get out.
Hijack a fucking train. We're not going to outrun horsemen.
Alright, I'm gonna... does Bree have a ring on?
She does not.
Okay, let's fucking get out of here. Let's hijack this train and fucking become train robbers, I guess.
Verzubek, you see him sort of look at you and he says, "We need to get out of here before the..." And then you hear a series of bells ringing. He says, "Damn it! The cacophony of sound will disrupt the teleportation. I guess I'm coming with you." And he goes to step up onto the train as the church, or these, a large number of what sound like church bells begin to ring out from the city, which will disrupt any sort of teleportation magic in this area. Their sound and whatever magic they're imbued with will certainly disrupt any attempts at teleporting away. You've got similar defenses in Flint that were once used before more powerful technologies were invented.
So, what the fuck? Holy shit. Was she... I mean, I knew she was high up, but holy shit. This is outside of pay grade.
We did literally crash a meeting of, like, the movers and shakers of, like, the whole fucking world, it seems, so...
Cool, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna hop on the train.
Alright, as you jump up onto the train...
If I stick my head in, are the amulets still on the table?
No. But you do see Nicodemus in there smoking a cigarette, and he nods to you. "It's about time you're off, eh? I'm sure Laia will want to make sure that the job she sent you to do is being done."
Yes, I'm getting rid of them. They were a useful distraction, were they not?
He smiled. Of course. Oh, talking of Laia, and then suddenly, in the room ahead of you, you see Laia herself materialize from the bleak gate, her own broken amulet clutched in her hand, which she drops to the ground as she stands in front of you. She says, "Is it done? Are they dead?"
I'm not going to leave bodies here out in the streets with all this kerfuffle. We're loading it. We're stealing a train.
She says, "We? They still live?" And she attempts to push past you out.
Look. I'm going to murder them on the train later. I'm not going to just leave bodies here at the station and create more of a fuss here about what we're doing.
She angrily tries to shove past you. "I told you, they cannot be allowed to live. The town guard will take them. They can let the secret out." And do you try to stop her shoving past?
Yes.
Okay. Roll initiative, please, Trabo.
Oh, Jesus.
And Jenna, Periwinkle, and Ryler as well, because you guys are just on the platform. Yeah, dude.
Oh my fucking god. We do not have time.
You guys can run. I can rocket bound out of here.
You've probably got 4 turns until the horses arrive, 6 turns until the footmen arrive.
Okay.
How long is the train, like, pretty much... Is the train still fired up and probably ready to go?
Yes, because it had only just turned up at the depot when you guys got here. You followed it straight to the depot, so you could get it going. You probably need to figure out how to do it, because the conductor's not here. But maybe if you grab Malia, she might be able to help you. Or maybe even Verzubek.
Orzhov knows how to use a train.
Orzhov does know how to use a train. He's used a train to do things before.
These guys think I'm on their side anyway, so even if I'm taken in by the town guard, I don't expect any sort of lasting repercussion.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lyra's trying to push past you to them. She's going to deal with you if you try to stop her, which is why I'm asking you trying to stop her from going outside to the other.
Mm.
And you definitely are?
Yep.
Okay.
Really? Anyway, I'll
Alright, so as...
get her on the train too.
Handling
Ooh.
reroll her initiative.
Are you gonna fucking grab her and rock and roll to the train? Because that's what you should do.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
As you like forcibly stop her, she looks to you and she says, "What are you doing?" And you see her slide out an incredibly ornate and beautiful rapier from a hilt at her side. And as you look close, she says, "Do not stop me again." And you see her rapier sort of bursts with energy, and you see an extra row of jagged blades hover just above and just off the rapier's cutting edge, glinting and grinding and moving along the weapon. It doesn't look like she's done it. You see a small button next to her thumb that she might have clicked to turn these teeth on, almost. But they begin to whir and spin with a blinding speed.
She has a rapier chainsaw?
She has a fucking rapier chainsaw, my dude.
Holy shit. Drop rope! Oh, fuck, I can't say anything.
She attempts to walk past you again, Trabro. Do you let her?
Look, Lyra, whatever your name is. I assume you're using a code name. I'm going to blow the train up with them on it. Don't get yourself involved in this. The last thing you need is the town guard seeing you cutting guys down in the street.
She just sneers at you. The town guard? Those fools? We own the town guard.
We do. Our unique ones have loose lips.
She tries to step past. What do you do?
Like to do damage, just like this woman.
Oh, you just all went robot-y and then chopped up for a second there. Sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, I slap her. Not like to do damage, but more like a come to your senses woman.
Oh my god.
Okay. When you strike her, her eyes flare with fire, and you feel your whole self becoming immolated by the infernal power of this tiefling standing in front of you. And you are going to take damage, and it is your turn.
Good, I'm dominated and stunned.
Oh, sorry, I'll take that off, yeah. Because you'll get minuses. There you go.
Lyra, stop and think. Do you really want the lower ranked guardsmen gossiping to their wives about seeing the Minister of Outsiders cutting people down in the streets? How do you think that'll look for your image for the upcoming ceremony?
She just snarls at you. I kill all who know. If they see me, they put it together, they die. You stop me, you die. I will not have you or the plans of the Obscurati get in the way of mine. And I'm going to let you do an action if you'd like to on your turn. But anything further in your turn will be spent just trying to plead with her. So if you'd like to physically attack her to try and subdue her, you can, but she shows no sign of backing down on the mat.
And Nicodemus is just watching the show, I take.
Yep, you see him in the back just smoking a cigarette and smiling. Oh, you hit Trabro. Let's see if you
Oh, good, I hit myself.
Yes, you do hit her as well.
Oh, okay, we're doing this. Alright. Fuck.
So
I just knocked it prone.
while this is
Uh,
going on, I imagine I'm going with Orzov to just start the train up. I don't know if Ryla's stepped.
She is going to make a saving throw, and if she succeeds, which she does not, nothing happens. Okay.
Hurry up and get that train moving, guys.
Bricaldicus is dead as fuck. So delete her. Busy back. Ryla, you're up.
Can I, without being outside, like on the train, can I still?
What do you mean? Like,
Is there like a window? Can I see out where
yeah,
Trabro?
absolutely, yeah.
But I don't think I can see Leia, right?
No, because she hasn't stepped outside yet.
Okay, well,
All you've seen
Yeah.
is him start to burn and get a bit crispy on the edge.
would it help if I shot him with a frost crossbow?
Cool him down.
Uh, could I? Nah, never mind. I'm gonna go help them start the train.
Yeah.
That'll
Us
speed
getting
the
out of
train.
here is alive is probably more important at this point.
Yeah.
General Periwinkle, what are you doing as Trabro calls out for the train to be turned on?
Again, I'm running with my little legs up to the train, the head of the train. I guess I'm guessing I'm taking Orzov with me and using his brains to start the train while I shout help forward.
And Verzubek will attempt to come with you and help as well. So the three of you head to the train. Or the engine, I should say. Okay, so Minister of Outside. So she's going to do some shit, Trabro. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Like stand up.
Yes, that's her move action. She is then going to use her uncanny swordsmanship to force you into unbalancing position in an attempt to take you out. Her attack bonus is not right at all. It's never actually going to be able to hit you. What's your AC? 27, right?
25.
Okay, 26. So she'd have to roll a 19 to hit you. I think there's a mistake.
That's fine.
So, as you go to hit,
Oh!
you attempt to dodge, but she does manage to make contact with you, bloodying you with that strike. She then...
Because she has me and I haven't marked her as my Oath of Enmity target, I'll gain damage resist 5.
Okay.
Don't die, Trabro!
So you gain 5 hit points back because that doesn't interrupt as well as... So you'll actually recover 5 of those.
Yes.
Yeah. And with her spear hand, as she uses an action point, she is going to whip out a pistol, a finely engraved pistol made plated with platinum, and snaps off 2 shots. You will get an opportunity attack because she is making a ranged attack in melee. However, only for one of them because you only get 1 up attack per turn. So she's going to make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
1 hit and 1 automatic miss. Okay. So the 1 hit, nice and close, does hit you for 60.
Oh!
20. Ooh, nice.
Oh!
Ooh, nice. That's perfect. So you actually deal 48,
A lot.
52, 56, 58. So an extra 24 damage.
God damn.
Because that's 40, 12, isn't it? Yeah, nice. Fucking A. So you slam into her as her pistol is fast. She's a very very impressive opponent. And while you do manage to get in your attack back, she does manage to land one of the shots on you. It's impressive how fast she's trying to bring you down. You get the feeling that perhaps this fight may cost you dearly if you were to continue. Orzhov continues to the front. General Periwinkle, you continue to the engine. So you guys will be able to get up there. And if you're running, you'll get there and you will have one roll with a +4 from both Orzhov and Verzuback. One roll of... I'll take Dungeoneering, please. In order to start... Yeah, because that's sort of your technology and equipment and stuff.
And with my training.
Nice.
No.
And with a Verzuback, this one here, and Orzhov, this one over there, pull the lever as you chuck that in. You manage to get the engine roaring to life. And Verzuback looks to you and says, pull that lever, we go. Pointing to a lever above your head. You can now, at any point throughout this round, any point from now, decide when the train starts moving.
Which is the lever that makes the choo-choo noise?
It says this one here. It's a little strap.
Pull that right away.
Fantastic.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, Trevor, you're up.
Hearing that toot. Well, you've delayed my plans long enough as well. And with that, I bid you farewell. I will free shift one.
You move away from her, and she gets... So you shift away, she still gets the opportunity attack. So Exceptional Duelist again, as you go to leave. Hitting.
Oh,
now,
fuck me.
Now, you do not die, because Exceptional Duelist, with her Razor Burst Rapier, you must make a saving throw right now. You do not have the +8. That should be gone by now, by the way. Those +8s, that was only on the Isle of Elite.
That's on me, too.
Yeah, I'm taking the full 3. Okay. Oh, and doors off.
I think I might hero point that.
Alright.
Take mine.
I think it's meant to be, guys.
No, it's not.
Yeah. That's me.
Fucking take it. Take it. Oh, thank God.
Okay. Unfortunately, Trabro, all a success means is you choose which extremity you lose. As the weapon shrieks with its bladed teeth throwing back and forth, a mechanism near the hilt unspools, and an extremity of yours is severed. If you had failed, I get to choose. You succeed, you choose. If you like.
How much of an extremity?
Hand, foot, arm, or leg.
So does that mean you can lose your leg and keep your foot?
No, it's more like you
sounds
can be lost just below the knee, or you can be lost up on the thigh. So
I'll lose a leg below the
knee.
Below the knee.
Okay. You are now slowed as your stump begins to bleed profusely. So you can have the rest of your turn. However, your speed is 2. And Riley, you see Lagier's blade just slip out of the door, hacking away his leg with a shriek and a spray of blood. And it just falls heavily to the ground.
Yep.
So I'm not dead.
You are not dead. You are at 1 hit point. So she does not kill you with the Razor Burst Rapier at that point.
I will minor action Holy Adversary's Armor, which lets me use as if I've used a second wind.
Okay. Just to be clear, losing this limb cannot be healed by typical, second wind magic or spending a healing surge.
I'm getting a peg leg.
Yeah, you've lost a leg.
Bye bye, lake. Thank God we live
Part
in
of your
cyberpunk.
deal with the ice demon was regeneration, wasn't it?
That's
Oh.
what I thought.
You were like, how can I get that regeneration? And he was like, you want to make a deal?
That's what.
Hopefully,
And now that I've got some health,
yeah.
I hit the button on my rocket belt.
Okay. General Periwinkle, you wanting this train to start moving?
I think so. It's probably time to go. Like, I imagine it's gonna like start off slowly, right? So he'll have time to get on, especially with this.
I mean, you're basically revving the engine and about to drop the clutch right now.
Okay, yep.
I just
So
smashed
basically,
through the window and
basically, it's the as soon as I know Triboro's on, we're. So yeah.
There's a lurch as the very light, only 4-carded train begins to churn off to the east. Largia steps out of the doorway as the train is moving along, and she shouts to you, Triboro. I've taken payment. You must finish the job. And the train pulls away. She could probably have run to get onto it, but maybe she's made her point, she feels. However, the train as it's moving away is still being chased by the horse riders who are now breaking into a gallop. And you get maybe 200 meters to the east as the train has now got the horses galloping alongside. The soldiers firing musket after musket, breaking the windows, smashing chunks of.
How fast are
fine
these
wood.
horses?
Oh, they're galloping. They're pretty quick. The train will definitely get out of speed of them fairly fast, but they are giving chase. They're firing along, and up ahead, Verzubek points out to you, General Periwinkle, that this track that the train is on, well, it's the one that leads to the incomplete bridge in the harbour. And he just looks to you and he says, if we slow, the riders will catch us. But if we don't stop, we're going over the bridge.
How
It's
lucky
okay.
do
We
you
have to
feel,
fake our deaths.
Verzubek?
He grasps his die. I feel lucky.
Well, over the bridge. So the bridge, is it a river or does it lead to the?
Into a harbour from this continent to the next continent, like the ocean beyond.
Right. Do we have any like flares or something we can do to like I don't know, signal the impossible from far?
I think Orzov had sending, didn't he? Something like that.
I think so.
All right, I might, if that's possible, like maybe get Orzov to tell Impossible to rendezvous, at this location under the.
Alright, so he'll send that message. You don't get a response, but you trust that it has been received by the Impossible. As the train continues picking up speed towards the harbour, you see construction workers now getting more and more frequent along the side, waving from next to the track, trying to warn you to stop. They're leaping out of the way at the last second as your locomotive plows through a barricade of timbers. And it's about 20 seconds until you can see the track end when Verzubek says, "This is it. Are we ready? Are we riding it to the end or are we jumping now?" Yet the train quickly rockets over the first part of the bridge. There's now water on either side. And 10
Probably
seconds of
best
bridge
to
ahead.
try and jump, I think. Otherwise, yeah, I imagine. I think it's probably best to sort of jump so we're away from the train, but I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll take a big jump.
I'm gonna put Trabro up on my back, grab both of his arms over my shoulders, put him flush against my back, and jump up.
Okay. So
I'm trying to load him in my leg.
as you guys jump off, all of you roll an endurance check as you land into the water below.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Ooh, right. Riley, you lose
Have one
a healing
of
circle.
mine, Riley.
Oh, alright, he's giving you
Oh, total.
yeah, it's only a healing
Okay, yeah, if it's easy,
That's
that's fine. Okay.
And a few seconds after you guys land in the water below, you hear the undescribable sound of a train smashing through the last barrier at the end of the bridge and falling heavily into the water below, where the very, very hot, high pressure steam boiler hits the very, very cold water below, and it explodes into a cloud of deadly steam and shrapnel and sends a rumble of thunder across the harbour. You see people on the beach, and even yourself picked up by a bit of a shockwave, and luckily in the water it's subdued somewhat, but people nearby are flattened against the nearby buildings, and you see glass, building, loose bits of building trim and rocks and ceiling tiles all blasted off and falling down to the ground. You have a moment of silence after the engine explodes, the steam just hissing quietly away as the rest of the train goes under the surface of the water. And then your hearing comes back, and you realise that there's still the cacophony of the church bells, there's shouts, there's gunfire that isn't just falling shrapnel from the train that's splashing around near you, but gunshots from the shore as dozens and dozens of city guard fire out to where you swim lazily. Thankfully, though, there is a slight reprieve as you see the hull of the Impossible burning towards the base of the bridge where you float currently. You begin to swim towards it and are pulled up onto the Impossible's hull. Riley, you're a little bit more shaken than the others, but everyone else is pulled upon board. The Captain Rutger Smith, looks at you all as he sees Verzubek trying to climb up the rope ladder dropped to him, and he just raises an eyebrow, waiting for an answer as this man to come on board.
Might as well nod. Sounds like he's probably going to be some useful information anyway.
Alright, so he brings him on board. The Impossible quickly attempts to get out of the harbour, hoisting hail, turning on its sail, turning on its engines and buggering off, as you see a number of ships beginning to attempt to blockade the harbour, but given they didn't expect you to be escaping by sea, there is very little time for them to prepare, and none of them match the speed of the RNS Impossible. You're out of there before any trouble befalls you, though you can see in the far distance two warships which are beginning to be navigated into the mouth of the harbour, closing in, but still 5 minutes too late. You break out into the open sea, and you're safe.
Well done, man. That was a jolly good adventure. Oh, Trabro, you lost a bit of a leg, I see.
It's not going back yet.
Usually takes a while. More than a lifetime in most cases.
At least my leg.
Don't worry, we'll get you a new one. I think it's time for retirement.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I was talking about myself.
Don't know what you're talking about, Riley. You've got plenty of work.
As the boat is pulling away and you guys are sharing little well donesies and my legsies, and someone's tying up your stuff, there's a cry of alarm from the front of the ship, and Rutger Smith calls down, something is breaching up ahead. And as you guys rush or hop to the front of the boat, you see some sort of submersible boat. Also, here's a picture of the city you left behind.
Oh no. Damn.
You see some sort of hard hull coming out of the water just ahead of the boat. It looks to be some sort of submersible vehicle. Some sort of submersible vessel coming out of the water.
A submarine?
Yeah.
Do we this is like a warship, right? Do we have like a big ass cannon?
You have a number of small cannons. It's a lightning frigate. It's not a super... Like, it's the fastest boat in your fleet. It's not made for heavy warfare. But, I mean, it can defend itself.
Oh, okay. Hey, you guys, do you think it's time for an even bigger international incident?
Why would you say those sorts of words?
Are we able to... Does it look like we can outrun it?
Probably. If you want to avoid it is ahead of you, so you can tell Rutger Smith to evade and continue running.
I would say there's probably no point risking a battle. If we can outrun them, we might as well outrun them.
Okay. So you tell him as much, and he nods in agreement. Yes, perhaps it's best we head back to Flint right away. And he veers off, and this ship does come out, and it attempts to fire a few pot shots in your direction, but is unable to bring its cannons to bear. However, as you pass by, you see a name scrawled or carved into the sealed hull of this ship. It's called the Catch-a-Lot. Sorry, that's
Won't be catching anything today.
Luckily, bloody impossible. Yeah, so you guys leave Vendry. I'm assuming. Head straight back to Flint, yeah?
Yeah, we've got a wedding to crash, I think. Well, when's the wedding? The wedding's not happening right away, I take it. It's
Quite some time.
In fact, I'd say it's going to be suspended indefinitely. Or... Hey guys, I have a plan.
Are you going to disguise yourself as the king?
What? What was that?
Are you going to disguise yourself as the king?
No. But we let the wedding happen, and we lure her, or well, let her come to Flint, and then take her down.
She isn't the obscurity, though. Like, she is a obscurity.
No,
And
but... Go ahead.
I was going to say, not that we would know this, but at that exchange too, it sounded like she basically said, I don't give a fuck what the obscurity says, it's not going to interfere with my plans. So she's running her own game on top of things from the sounds.
You picked it up.
Goddamn. It's conspiracies on top of conspiracies on top of conspiracy.
Turtles all the way down.
Turtles.
So, you return to Flint with nautical issues. And as you arrive, I'm just going to sort of briefly go over this. You're afforded the opportunity to debrief with Chief Inspector Duff in order to gauge the success of your mission that you set out to do. You arrive in Flint around the 24th of winter, and when you arrive to the city, you're told by an ununiformed member of the RHC to meet Delft in a secluded location, somewhere private. The address he gives you is that of the previous living arrangements of Lady Saxby.
Oh boy.
The horrible bit. And he sits down, and you guys are afforded the opportunity to debrief, go through the events of the last few weeks, and he sits you down and says, so, tell me, you set out to find out about this obscurity group. So, what do you know?
No.
I guess we should probably not bury the lead and say that the king's fiance is a rather big part of it, and by the way, owes Tribro a leg.
Yes.
What happened to your leg?
Oh, surely You know, Minister of Outsiders, Mrs. Stupid Puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, she cut it off.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. I know.
You.
Losing it and getting it. Like, it's not even.
Hang on. Minister of Outsiders for Dano.
Mm-hmm.
Betrothed to the king. Our king, King Erden.
Correct.
Mm.
The lady on whom the peace between our two nations rests.
You're on the right track.
Ooh.
I think what you're trying to say is not her. She wouldn't have done this. She would not do this. Not the lady on which the peace between our two nations resides.
Delft. How long have you known?
No, Trabro. I think you're mistaken. It's possible you're mistaken, no?
Oh!
This cannot go further than this. I will talk to the king.
Right, it was Obscurati. Yes.
Yes, an agent for the Obscurati has taken your leg. You've given it bravely in the line of duty. But who it was? I will discuss it with the king. You will discuss it with no one. Do you understand?
Do I get a wedding invite?
He smiles. He says, if what you tell me is true, we have a lot more work than planning a wedding
Liar.
ahead of us. There is a peace summit in spring, 2 months from now. Lagier is slated to be there. So next time the two will be sharing a party, an event. They'll be in the same place. One of the few times before their wedding that this is to occur. I think it's safe to assume if anything's to be planned, it'll probably be planned for them. So we have to be ready. You have to be more ready. Now what else do you know?
Things seem to be tied up with the Bleak Gate. Again, meeting took place there with. Periwinkle's probably been.
Well, of the people who were there. All
Yeah.
the important people.
Yep, including the fact that Mr. Cigarette Guy is apparently a body snatcher or something, or body changer or whatever.
And you mentioned that he pretty
That he
much
apparently
admitted
was
to killing
involved.
McBannon.
Yeah.
Or getting McBannon to kill himself. He sort of nods along like this. That makes more sense. There was no reason for the mayor to. Well, it was a grisly scene. He cracked his head against the wall of the cell repeatedly until he was dead. It's important to know, but
Wow.
that sort of power, that sort of.
Who did we used to call Soggy Biscuit?
Well, that's going to be insipid. I don't know. It's horrendous.
I don't know.
He did say apparently he was getting used to his new body, so I suspect it's not. There is a chance he might be vulnerable if he just switches a body or something, but it's hard to know for sure.
You know who else was having a hard time getting used to their new body? The Hellbeast that took over Zambria.
Get him.
Yeah, one of those.
Did want to find its way back to. Where was it you said? Apet?
That's correct.
I'm not saying it's that exact one, but if they've shown the ability to take people over in the past. It would explain why the Obscurati was so interested in getting.
Well, it may do. It's in a vacuum. It might help explain it, but surely their purpose is not just to open up another gate, cause another attack. There's something more than that. this many people to be involved, that's, I hate to say it, that's small-time cult work. It's not a grand international conspiracy work.
They seem, yeah. I
Unless
don't
you're
know.
getting, I don't know, the king of a country possessed.
There are magics that protect the king that are beyond anything we've seen from them. I can't imagine that's their goal. Though if it is, you should have plenty of opportunity to thwart. But as you guys continue to debrief, I don't think there's too much more. I mean, you guys talk about who was there, who was involved.
Were we on the boat? Would we have had a chance to have a chat with Verzabik and see how much, first, what he's willing to say about how much he knows?
Yeah, I mean, he'll give you a little bit of information of what he knows. He's fairly open and forthcoming. Turns out to be a little bit of an asset, actually. He lets you know that about the lanterns, that they are what you thought. They're basically portable portals. Portables. However, to use them, you need to acquire oil suffused with the right planar energy. That's something that, as far as he knows, the Obscurati have in great supply for the Bleak Gate. They utilize it frequently for their organization, and as far as he's aware, it's probably key to finding out any more information.
So is he actually a member, or how does he fit into it all?
He says he was not a member of the Obscurati. He was merely working along with them.
So
Reasons why.
I mean, so we figured out like who, or at least some of who, but I don't know if we actually figured out why.
No. Octavia seemed to reckon they had a great plan that was going to be really great for the world, but she didn't really, probably take that with a big grain of salt. We haven't really found out much of the why yet.
Delph sort of says, the only thing we do know right now is we don't have the manpower, the resources to return to Vendris to push this any further just yet. The rubber stampers up top are already protesting about how much money's been spent on this whole thing. I'm going to need to round up some more support from those in power. And perhaps you all might want to lay low for a little while. Well, there's still risk of retaliation from the Obscurati. We've made ourselves known. We've made it that we know what they're up to. Or, at least, we know that they're up to something. I'll talk to the king.
Oh yeah, the Obscurati think I'm one of... That's the thing that happened. The Obscurati think I'm one of them.
But if the bodies of these don't turn up, are they going to think that for long?
We need to get...
You keep cutting out.
We need to get some body doubles.
To kill and leave on a train.
I think it might be a little
Yes.
late for that.
Possibly.
So with that, you guys, over the next couple of weeks, you know that the Chief Inspector talks to King Aedan in an attempt to convince the King of Laia's betrayal in order to get more resources. Some of it works, more resources is headed to the RHC's way. However, the Obscurati are hard to pin down. You don't gain much more other than guesses as to what the Obscurati is plotting. However, what does turn up is more confirmation that Lorcan Kell's Thieves Guild has some connection to them. And so for the next 2 months, the RHC as a whole attempt to whittle away at the guild's power base in Flint, looking for more leads to the Obscurati leadership. As we get shortly, another month and a half from when you return to Flint.
Right.
You begin the preparations for Liagier
So yeah.
coming to attend a peace summit. The one that was due in the spring. And with that, that is the end
What?
of Adventure 4.
Alright. So how good or bad did we do in terms of the range of possibilities?
That is truly a mystery.